In this video, we're going to be talking about who the real strongest Jedi, or maybe Force user in general, is throughout all of the Star Wars universe, according to Disney, I would say. But, I think there's a case to be made since Disney is holding canon that it's just the way it is in general. Maybe it's the way we should see things, too. Let's get into it. To start, my name is Benji. I'm a fantasy author. I really enjoy doing these videos with you guys, and we go on a lot of fantasy adventures together. So if you aren't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can continue to join us in our adventures. In this video, as I said, we're talking about Star Wars characters, specifically Force users, and who would be the strongest Jedi, Sith, one of them all. Can Luke really can Luke really bring balance to the universe with a character like this in its midst? Like, I'm gonna argue, guys, that this is off the charts strong. So let's get into it. Let's see if I can deliver. We had a lot of strong contenders here. Okay, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan is incredible. Obviously, if you're a prequel fan, he's a fan favorite. If you watch the original first, you still like Obi-Wan, even though he gets killed off really quickly, and it's to teach a lesson. What lesson? Dodge quicker? I'm sorry. Doesn't matter. Not the point. I love Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's a great character. He's an excellent strategist. And he's the trainer of Anakin Skywalker, who is a goat, is an incredible fighter. Their battle in episode 3 is off the charts, insane. Wonderful, incredible. Huge props to Ian McGregor and Hayden Christensen for making that happen. Guys, thank you for giving us that. That was childhood dream fulfilled, right? And so love that, appreciate Obi-Wan. He does a lot throughout the series. He is the one who takes down General Grievous in the end. But there is someone that Obi-Wan loses to twice, Count Dooku, and this is going to be relevant in a little bit. Anakin Skywalker, also a formidable choice, kind of only gets taken down, by himself in the end. Like, Luke does destroy him, sure, but Luke also starts to lose, and he decides to take down Darth Sidious. And really, I think the reason he loses to Luke is because his heart's not in the fight. And so you have all of these things, right? Like, Anakin's a great contender for the strongest character in the Star Wars universe. I think he's probably the strongest contender at the face of it, and throughout the series, that's what I would be left thinking, if not for this detail that we're gonna get into. Okay, okay. And of course, there's Yoda. Yoda is scary to fight in Star Wars Battlefront. He is flipping all around. It's the only real hope you have is just to kind of like force choke him and hold him still in that game. It's crazy. He trains Luke. He trains Count Dooku, who trains Qui-Gon Jinn, who trains Obi-Wan, who of course trains Anakin.
Oh, I hate you.
He trains all of the Padawans, the younglings, and he speaks in a language that he's, made up for himself. I don't know. I don't see anyone else doing it. I really, okay, cards on the table. We're going to be talking about Yaddle today, but I really wanted Yaddle to speak in the series and just to speak normally.
It is you who has run Dooku into the arms of evil.
I'm trying to remember if she does at any point. Just like, hey guys, what's up? It's just like, it's just a Yoda thing. Anyways, not the point. Not the point. The point is, I think Yaddle might be the strongest character in the Star Wars universe. I think she's at least got a real fighting shot. Who is Yaddle? Yaddle is a Yoda-esque creature who appears in the prequels. We don't see her talk. She sits on the Jedi Council. She is a Jedi Master. And really, until Star Wars unleashed its animated shorts, we didn't get to see much of her doing anything. From memory, she doesn't appear during the Attack of the Clone Wars movie. So we just kind of see her sitting there. We don't really know what to think of her other than she's a Jedi Master. So, okay, she must be good at what she does. But here's where things get interesting, okay? We do see her in the animated series as a part of the Disney extension, the shorts they've added. They have Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Sith, so on and so forth. We see her. She appears. and she's part of Count Dooku's story arc as he leaves the Jedi Order and becomes a separatist slash Sith. Okay, so we need to talk about Count Dooku. Count Dooku is a formidable Sith. He bests Obi-Wan twice throughout the movies. That doesn't include the amount of times he bests Obi-Wan and Anakin in the TV show. Incredibly impressive, by the way, to pull that off. These two are taking people out left and right. And yet, Count Dooku's got it on lock. Right up until the end, Anakin does get the better of him. But really, really, like 9 out of 10 times, he's got it down. He just happened to battle a 10th time. You know what I mean? Not his day. In addition to that, even Yoda didn't really beat him. He is able to fend off Yoda. And in fact, that's, if you think about it, in Attack of the Clones, he fights off Anakin and then Obi-Wan and then Yoda back to back to back. Like, I would be toasted at one point in that. I'd get tired. In addition to this, he has a special lightsaber that really only he uses. You can make a case for Asajj Ventress, if I remember correctly. But he's the only Sith using it. He's got a very special fight style that he has mastered for himself. And in addition to that, Asajj Ventress, General Grievous. These are two of the most feared characters throughout the Clone Wars, and he's the one who trained them up. Just kind of nonchalant, made time in his schedule to do that. All of the clones that were fighting, that was his thing. He got that ball rolling. He's like, hey, yo, separatists, look what we can do. This is Count Dooku's brilliance. He does capture Obi-Wan and has a chance to kill him in the second movie as well. He's just got a lot of things going for him. Really, if you think about the prequels and the momentum they had, how did they pull it off? There's your guy. Count Dooku, nice job, man. You did well. Right up until that moment where
Kill him now.
you got your head cut off. That was rough. Anyways, Count Dooku, formidable force. He is also the one who supposedly kills Yaddle. He slams a garage door on her head. It's pretty rough. It's actually a really sad scene. It's sad not just because of Yaddle dying, which you do get a little attached to the character as you go, but also because of Count Dooku's desire for things to be different. He's not a bad guy because he wants to be a bad guy. He's a bad, like, it's not just like give in to your hatred, which is like the typical Sith line, like, oh yeah, I'm just like really, really angsty. I like wearing black makeup around my eyes. Like, that's the usual Sith that we encounter. Count Dooku is much more like the Jedi are corrupt. They don't do the thing they set out to do. We need to like rearrange the system.
I want only to bring peace and order.
And so he goes about doing it in a pretty poor way, but he's not someone who wants to be a bad guy. And so he slams a garage door on Yaddle's head. Okay. It should be to the death of Yaddle. We should presume her dead. Except that if you play the Star Wars Lego game, now hear me out. Hear me out. Don't give up on me here. The Star Wars Lego game made by Disney, who owns Star Wars, who decides what is canon, okay, in the Star Wars Lego game, and you play through episode 3, and you make it past the point where Anakin has killed the younglings. You know who you can find in the Jedi Temple, just chilling? Yaddle. I'm bringing receipts, okay, so you don't have to take my word for it. Here we are inside the Skywalker Saga Lego video game. It's in the 3rd episode. I'm Mace Windu right now. We're on our way to confront Darth Sidious, and I just want to point out who's here with us. What? Okay, here are the implications that we now get to work with. Most Jedi, when they die, they die. Some Jedi who are really cool, fan favorites, the ones that, like, plot armor, they're so strong they come back as ghosts. Okay? Things would include Yoda, Anakin, Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon. There are probably more. But that's the point. That's what we're leaning into right now. In addition to those guys, okay? What are the options? What else can Jedi do? Only one that I know of can come back from the dead. Like, full embodiment back from the dead. And it's Yaddle. What? She's really is the solution to a lot of the problems that we could have faced. It's weird that she doesn't help out in the next 3 movies. It's weird that Luke is kind of left to fend for himself. It's weird that she's not there in the later trilogies, which leads me to believe that she is there, but she is actually Emperor Snoke. Now, if you know, you've seen the new trilogy made by Disney. Snoke, Darth Sidious, like they're cloning Sith Lords to keep making them, I guess. There's a shortage. There's not enough hate in the world, so they're like, all right, let's factory produce it. And I think that, Yaddle's a good contender for this. She clearly, either she was resurrected or, in line with the new trilogy, she was cloned back to life like a regular Sith Lord, planted back into the Jedi Temple, bloop, and left to sit there for, 40 years, a little bit longer. How long would that be? Is it 80 years? Yeah, 40 years? Was it 40 years? Whenever Emperor Snoke decides to show up on the scene. And so I'm making a case here. I think it's not too much of a stretch. I'm not. My hams aren't tight. I don't feel stretched yet. I think Yaddle might just be the strongest character in the Star Wars universe. Let me know. Is there an instance where someone does something more powerful than come back from the dead, survive the fall of the entire Republic, and completely heal after being squished like a pancake by a garage door? Let me know in the comments, guys. I'm excited to hear it. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video and hanging out here on this channel with me. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, so I know you enjoyed it. Make sure to comment what your favorite part was or some of your favorite Star Wars theories. And make sure to subscribe so that you can adventure with me and with the rest of the gang in further videos. I'll catch you in the next one.